maybe you have a job. Every time I think about that, I reflect back the movie. If you're not familiar with it, Friday, man, it was a cult classic era of the 90s. Anyways, it's Friday. Glad to be here. Excited to chat with you all, share a little bit of my day, share a little bit what's going on. Excited for you. For those of you that can see the caption, and we'll get this out here today. Don't worry. See the caption. What I want to lead off is be authentic and genuine. So part of the I guess the community that I have, the impact driven leader community, we do a weekly Zoom for the roundtable. And in that, we talk about either books that's part of our book club, or we really get into just topics of leadership. And yesterday, it was a great conversation. Started off with one individual and just discussing with her how she ended up being there. And it quickly got into, you take a group of 5, 6, 7 people and you put them together and how much value you can gain without necessarily curriculum. Now, it's value adding to each other. Yes, we're all, on the journey to grow, but I don't have a set curriculum where here are the 3 topics that I'm going to train on each week. No, it's the topics from the book. It's what's going on in your life. And I found, man, that's where the richest lessons can come from. And this topic, this idea of being authentic and genuine within the group, meaning everyone comes, they share openly. Maybe they don't even really know each other that much. There's a few people that might have known each other before the group, but it's all this growing. And even myself, not knowing everyone intimately, maybe we've known each other, known of each other, or somehow they found themselves into the group. And yet the values that are there, authenticity and being genuine, really go through the entire group. And it's really kind of table stakes for being there. And as I asked, I said, where does that come from? And I think it's also part of the group, but it's the values that I present myself in. And that's when you come to the group, that's what you're going to get. And so I share that with you today because if you haven't found yourself a place to where you can be authentic and genuine and vulnerable and grow, then I know there is a place for you in the roundtable. Look for more information coming about that. I'm going to do a special training here in about 6 weeks. Would love to have you a part of that. It's a free training just to share a little bit more about how I view and part of the impact-driven leader community. So that came up yesterday. I wanted to share it today. Another topic that came up, one of the members, Sean, shared this. He goes, we were talking about sincerity. He goes, do you know the basis of it? I'm like, no, not really. And he shared this story, and I'll get it better developed. But essentially, where the word came from was the what it actually means in the Latin sincera, which is without wax. See, he told stories about how in auction places and markets they would sell these marble statues, these marble edifices, these headpieces, and sometimes the stone would crack, and there'd be cracks, and so they'd fill it with wax. People would take it home, and eventually over time and sun and heat and dirt, the wax would start to show. And so it became this knowing, understanding that, some products were less than ideal. They were insincere. They were with wax. They're cone sincere, right? If I want to throw that word in there. And so this idea of sincere meant to be without wax, without the I guess fakeness. And so to be sincere is to be truthful and honest and real. Do you look at your day in ways to be sincere? Or do you choose flattery? Do you choose hiding? Now, sincerity, I think all of us might understand and know, is not chastising people, is not being negative, not being derogatory. But can you choose to be sincere and real? And this last piece that we discussed yesterday, I really wanted to share today is you get what you give. Wherever you're at today, whether it's in your workplace, whether it's in a community, whether it's you go this afternoon and have a cocktail with someone, maybe you're meeting them for coffee today, right? What you give to that relationship is what you're going to get in return. If you listen, if you support, if you encourage, man, you're going to get that too. But if you don't, well, you're going to get that too. You get what you give. The last thing, my thought of the day today, I'm glad to share this, is um, this: be an active listener. Now, I've had to learn and grow and really develop in my listening. In one area that I've really tried to grow there is be excited. And to me, it's a curiosity point. When you're curious, it's real easy to be an active listener. And when not, it's hard. But if you listen to understand, if you listen to find meaning, if you ask questions to probe just a little bit deeper to say, all right, maybe I have a different frame of mind. I have a different reference point. So I want to understand, why is it that you hold that opinion? Why do you see what I can't see? See, those are all ways to be an active listener. And I think it's challenging when, sometimes active listening is taking notes, it's being engaged, it's maybe asking clarifying questions. I don't believe active listening is sitting on your hands and just nodding your head. Now, part of that is active listening. That's a show of your listening. But if somebody shares something with you and you can't repeat it back to them, your understanding, then you weren't really listening. If instead you're trying to share your next point, that's just sitting, nodding your head, sitting there patiently, disregarding what they're saying, merely to tell them what you think next. Or maybe you're just appeasing them. I'll sit here quiet, just nod along, go along with you, because I don't really care what you're saying. That's not active listening either. That's not active in a conversation. That's just saying, how can I get through this? Easy, because I don't care. Yeah. Just quiet. It's not active. It's not engaging. It's not curiosity. Because I believe when you actively listen and you curiously ask questions to know more, that's how you connect with people. That's how you get deeper. Connection's a two-way street, not a one-way. It's not all about someone talking, all about someone listening. It's about a rich conversation. So think about that today. Be an active listener. Thanks for being here. Hope you got value. Catch you guys next.